Very slow episode.
Yeah, the pacing was they're definitely padding the pacing here. A lot of the cuts were longer than they needed to be, and the directing quality is not as high as episodes 1 through 5. But at this point, I don't care anymore. I'm invested, so
Yep.
I'm willing to pause, and I think that's part of the reading comprehension issue for me is they kind of draw things out a little bit too long because information like that, it's better if it comes out quick.
Yeah.
Take too much time and sort of attention wanders off.
It's also the B-roll of demonstrating what they're talking about.
Right. There's
It's
no
always
B-roll.
map, or it's like map and schematics and little
Those
figures.
help.
Helps a little bit, but
Yeah.
still, it's not real.
Right.
So,
I mean, the quality will dip and rise depending on the hype moments from the manga. It's just the way it is with every anime.
Yeah.
But I mean, compared to like episodes 1 through 5, like 1 through 5 was so like
so
oh
much
my
more
God.
efficient, and
Yeah, it's just very efficient.
They can keep up the standard if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Alas.
Yeah, see that's the thing is they demonstrated that they can do that. So they've chosen to cut the budget here a little bit in some spaces and save themselves money. So it's definitely felt, but that's not a knock against Jujutsu Kaisen. That's just anime production stuff. But I just want to make sure I'm tracking. So yeah, so different station.
Yeah.
Mei and
Itadori.
Yeah. Yuji. And then Gojo is at Shibuya.
The con, yeah.
At the the con convention. They have this whole plan for Gojo. It's not going to work out for them. Gojo,
because we know from Jujutsu Kaisen 0 that he doesn't really care about innocence.
Right.
He ascends like Kafka, and then like has
very
his moments. So it never occurred to me that like he's going to be concerned about the innocence. But no, he's just like, I mean, you saw in the end there, like, you thought you could beat me? Like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, the bad guys. It's kind of funny because the bad guys are making the mistake of assuming that Gojo is like a typical, stereotypical good guy.
Yeah.
And it confuses me because Geto's the mastermind.
Yeah.
So you think he would know?
And it sounds like he's got some counter plan anyways in store. So we'll see.
Prison realm thing. But they're not going to hold out long enough. So yeah, I still don't know what's up with Geto. How he's still alive after Jujutsu Kaisen 0. What the hell's going on with his character? The anime still hasn't told us. So yeah, do us a favor and don't spoil.
Please. Please.
But it's still a mystery. And I thought they would have explained by now. Maybe it'll be like a really cool plot point later on. I'm assuming it will be.
They have to save that. I think,
yeah. But I look forward to that reveal. Because he also has the Mahito. We've talked about this, but he has the Mahito stitch on his forehead. So he's been sewn up a little bit. We still don't even know what happened at the end of Jujutsu Kaisen 0 because his death was off screen.
Exactly.
So anime watchers only, his death is very, very ambiguous.
Exactly.
For us. I've heard some whispers that it's different in the manga. Don't care.
Right.
Don't care. Anime only. So what station are they at?
Some random train station.
Yeah. So at the train station, Yuji and Mei are dealing with a whole other veil. Yeah,
that was reported, and they found and they broke the cursed object that was maintaining it, and the guy, the locust, who was maintaining it. But Mahito said that, I'd like to stick around and fight them, but I've got a job to do. He walks off. So I don't think that they're going to have a confrontation.
It's a bait.
Yeah.
It's a bait. It's just a decoy. There's not even anything at stake in the station. There are some people down there, right?
Yeah.
And they were...
actually, yeah, because you get to the bomb and then they cut. We're at the woman who's like sitting there terrified. Itadori comes on her and is like, hey, are you okay? Cut to Gojo.
What on her?
Anyways.
Pause. Oh, yeah, so he arrives and... Yeah, that's right. What was wrong? We didn't get to see, did we?
Nope, it cut. So we'll see later.
She was just catatonic. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm not like too bothered by like not understanding or even just like them rapid fire explaining like the details of this power and that power. I'm like, it doesn't really matter too much to me. As long as we get the major plot points, we understand what's going on.
Right.
That's how I've always kind of dealt with like heavy expositions. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, what's the overarching narrative beat?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That is one thing that bothered us about Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 was there's always a little bit too much what is it? Unasked for explanations of things that don't really appear to affect the overarching plot.
I think the argument is like, oh yeah, knowing those details will pay off later, but they really don't. In my opinion. I think you can get a deeper appreciation to understand like power mechanics and stuff, but like we're saying for earlier parts of season 2, the writing is so good. That's our payoff, like that type of storytelling and things like that. So
I think that's just the kind of consumers of narrative that we are.
exactly, yeah, that's definitely our style, I think, and definitely like what's keeping my attention and what I choose to pay attention to, and then I have
Character motivation.
I've got priorities, yeah, and so yeah, like red and blue. Okay, cool.
Yeah, explanations of
Yeah.
mechanics. It's a little bit dry and textbooky. You know, it feels like I'm watching someone animate like an operator's manual for a bus.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to know. I'm more curious about the psychology of the villains, psychology of our character, of our guy Gojo,
Yeah.
of Yuji, of Mei Mei, like what's going through their head
Yeah.
and how that's being expressed and portrayed on screen without words. Without words.
Yes.
Less words, the better.
This is a viewing experience, after all.
That's right. It's an
Anime
anime, right? But I like, yeah. So my definition of something of a well-written story is where the psychology of the characters is true to life, left mysterious, but with hints dropped along the way for a big payoff. Where the everything the character does makes sense and has big effects on the overarching narrative. So, like all this technical stuff, I really don't care. But I want to. But after the first part of season 2, like you said, it was so good. It's like, hey, I want to understand better now.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put in a little extra effort.
Right.
It sounds like you're not quite there yet.
No, I mean, remember that's like with any show, even if it is good, it's just like if they ever wander off, I'm like, there's no need. Just kind of skip past, kind of.
It feels
gloss
like
over it.
it feels like a waste of time. It feels like they're actively disrespecting me. Right.
Fair enough.
But that's just like a stylistic thing. So that's stated strongly. I'm just having some fun. Let's see some comments. Early gang, first hour, Gojo. Like my brothers. Brother. Oh, Itadori.
Horrible ghosting effect in the fight. Can't even see that.
Yeah, the animation here was not great for the fight between Yuji and the grasshopper, or the locust.
Blue-white anime, Jesus.
Yeah, episode 1 and 2 of the Shibuya arc were pretty good. This one was definitely a step down. So they're going to go for 24 episodes, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I can already feel the drawing out of episodes.
Yeah.
The punchy writing has been
Very softened.
of episodes
For
1
sure.
through 5. It's like, where is it? Like, bring it back. I've been there in Shibuya.
That's cool. Yeah.
Everything is real.
True to life.
That's cool.
They really did have Mahito playing with kids. Like, okay.
What was up with that?
Weird.
That's
Why
when
are
they were at the playground.
Yeah,
and
why
were
are
all
they
having
hanging
them-
out at the playground? Like,
That's right.
what?
That's what
Demons.
That's what demons do.
Yeah, demons like the kids, guys.
Yeah,
Careful.
bunch of pedos. Pedo energy. Gojo. That was a sick shot though. When they're like, Gojo dodges their attack and then pulls down his, and it's like all the budget went into that shot.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Coloring, fidelity, shading. To be honest, I was not impressed by this episode. I could only imagine that the animation was kind of weird because they're holding us for some of the far bigger
Definitely
fights.
possible.
This arc.
Definitely
That's what it felt like. Yeah, definitely. One of these setup episodes where pretty much every single aspect of an anime takes a hit in quality. They're definitely not as pretty as what we've seen earlier. Anti-seizure protections. Yeah, kind of ruined the grasshopper fight. Also, some other things is like when the grasshopper is like,
Yeah.
they held that shot for like
Quite a while.
4 seconds too long.
Yeah.
It was kind of understandable. It's like, okay, slapstick humor, get it. Okay, really exaggerated, okay. And then 1, 2 beats. And it's like,
Okay, and yeah,
It's like,
I remember
oh,
that. Yeah.
saving money. And then also when they were fighting and they were doing fists of fury on each other, and that also was 2 beats too long.
Yep.
It was like, whoa, hype. 2, it's like, wow, they're really going at it. 3, it's like
Like,
they're not done yet. It's like 4, it's like, oh, save budget.
yeah. That's exactly what I thought too.
Yeah. I know we're clowning on this episode. We still like Jujutsu Kaisen, you guys, okay? Don't worry, your favorite anime, okay? It's okay. It's just a little bit of criticism. The spoiler warning is for spoilers from this episode. Yes. Took us a while to figure that out. Anime only people will click on them after watching the episode. Please stop saying shit that's going to happen in future episodes.
Yes,
As
please.
if we'd be impressed that you read the manga.
Please, right?
Based.